All right, guys, how's it going? Now, before I get into this video, I just want to let you know I'll be live on here tonight at 6:30 p.m. UK time. I've scheduled a live stream. I've not been hosting many recently, as it's been very quiet since the transfer window closed. So if you are a fan of the live streams, please do try and make it, because if we get a bit of activity, then I'm quite happy to do more for you during the week. All right, because I quite enjoy the live streams. Okay, so 6:30 tonight on here if you want to come along for a natter about all things LFC. If you're a regular viewer of my channel and you've watched the mail stand feature before, there is a pinned comment underneath this video that you can click on that's got a timestamp on it, and you'll skip the intro. If you've not watched the mail stand before, please listen to this intro just the once, just so I can explain it to you a little bit. So the mail stand is basically a feature where I read out emails that I have received. These emails could be from someone I've known for decades to do with the website, or they could be from complete random strangers, right? So always take everything I say from these emails. It's not me saying it, what I read with a huge pinch of salt. It's purely to show you the kind of things that, you know, that I receive in the background. And I could be reading an email out to you thinking, what a load of fucking shit. Or I could be thinking, I wish I could tell them who this is from, right? But it's for you to decide what you think sounds credible and not so credible. And sometimes things don't make sense, and you might look back in a few months and go, ooh, I remember that email. All right, I will read the emails to you exactly as I received them. If there's grammatical errors, I'm not going to change them and try and put my own words in to make it read properly. The only bits I'm going to leave out, if I ever do, and you'll see me, you know, pausing as I go through the emails, is if it mentions someone by name. All right, that's basically it. So it's just a bit of fun. All right, that's it. Showing you some of the behind the scenes stuff, if you so wish. Now, I want to show you, I've zoomed in on the email just so you can see it, okay? I don't know if you want to still pause it, and in a minute you'll see that I will read that exactly as it says here. I've had to zoom in because at the bottom it's got the person's name, and at the top it has obviously got their name. Or I can zoom in like this, look, and I can show you when I received it. You can see here, I think it says 21st of September at 10:30 in the morning, which would be 9:30 in the morning in England. So a couple of days ago, all right? Let's see what it says. Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. There is another mail stand one as well, which is about Konate, which was sent to me 4 days ago. But I didn't understand something. I don't remember the context around it. It was mentioning stuff to do with Konate and the Spanish press, and I can't remember what I was talking about 4 days ago. So I've emailed the person back and said, can you just make it? I can't remember. So look out for another mail stand later today, possibly. Depends when they reply to me. Anyway, this was 2 days ago, and this is about Marc Guehi. And it says as follows. I went out for dinner last night with my mate in Glasgow. I would love to tell you why he was up here, but I can't. But if you think about it, I am sure you could work it out. And Guehi came up in conversation. My mate is absolutely adamant right now he is coming to Liverpool. He is still fuming about what happened, but he accepts the status quo and will come to us next year. This is why LFC are quite relaxed now about Konate leaving. Not for free, as they are still looking for proof against Real and their tapping up of said player. So take no notice of anything else. All these clubs can be linked with him, but Guehi himself has given his word that he is coming to us. That's the entire email. You can log off now if you want. Now, what I would say is my mate in Glasgow, I can't tell you why he's up there, but if you think about it, I'm sure you could work it out. I reckon that's to do with Steven Gerrard and Rangers, personally. We've touched on that previously. Now, I do not know. Since then, I couldn't tell you what's happening with Rangers. I didn't know at the time, the other week when we were talking about it. I have no idea. Well, I don't think Rangers were doing very well. I don't know if that's changed. I don't know if they've sacked the manager or still got the manager. I have no idea. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's something to do with Steven Gerrard and Rangers. Guehi came up in conversation, and my mate is absolutely adamant right now he is coming to Liverpool. Now, on a previous mail stand video about Marc Guehi, I think you guys will remember, my memory's not the best, but there was a suggestion that said mate was involved in the proposed Marc Guehi to Liverpool transfer as, representation, an agent involved in the deal. And that is how that person would be absolutely adamant that he was coming to Liverpool because of their knowledge. He is still fuming about what happened, but he accepts the status quo and will come to us next year. Now, I assume that means the mate, the person that's involved in the deal somewhere, but it could also mean the player. But I don't think it's really a matter of someone's angry anyway, and they're adamant they'll come to us next year. It says Liverpool are quite relaxed now about Konate leaving, and mentions looking for proof against Real and their tapping up of said player. That bit I find a bit hard to believe. The only reason being, all clubs tap up players. They do. However, you know what I mean? And Liverpool's been done for it before. So it happens. And if Konate is available on a free transfer next year, which he obviously will be if he doesn't extend his deal, then what's the difference between that and us sniffing around Marc Guehi for next year, on a free transfer? So I don't know. And Liverpool and Real Madrid have a very good relationship. Not doubting the author, what they're saying, it's what they've been told. Maybe someone's just, giving it a bit large at Liverpool, like, yeah, well, if we find out they're tapping him up, we'll fucking have them, sort of thing. I don't know. Take no notice of anything else, all these clubs will link with him, but Guehi himself has given his word that he's coming to us. The other video is will be about Konate, the other male stand video. Konate, as you know, I think is going to Real Madrid. However, if he suddenly signed a deal with Liverpool in the next few hours, I wouldn't think that he never wanted to go there. I would think that Real Madrid decided to do something else and he's bottled it and gone, fuck, I better sign a deal. Real Madrid are obviously looking at other centre-backs, right? Especially those that are available on frees and, minimum contracts. If you follow my channel closely, you will know that there's been reports from Madrid recently. I think a few days ago, Upamecano was mentioned. Saliba, is it the other one? The apparent word from Real Madrid is very similar to what it was with Trent last year. We prefer other defenders, but they are financially attractive because they're free transfers. I know they paid for Trent before you jump on me a little bit. But if you remember, Trent was there was the lad at Tottenham wanted the defender they preferred, but he would have cost a lot more money, like 60, 70, 80 million maybe, whereas Trent was free. So the boardroom with Trent was very much like there are better players out there, but he's free. And that seems to be the latest, well, it doesn't seem to be, that is the latest claims from Madrid. Well, there are other players that we would prefer to sign, but Konate is available on a free. So, yeah, we'll just have to see the situation. Anything can change in football. He's certainly not been in a rush to sign anything with Liverpool. So we will see. We'll probably talk about that a little bit more on the next mail stand video. Like I say, it is about Konate. I did read it, but it was saying, like, it was from 4 days ago, and it was talking about stuff in the Spanish press. I can't remember what happened this morning, never mind 4 days ago. So when that person gets back to me, I'll go over that with you. This email is about Guehi. I've read it to you. Take it with a pinch of salt. Well, you can take the email with a pinch of salt, but I still think that Marc Guehi is going to come to us. I do not believe any suggestions at the present time that he's set his out on a move to Real Madrid. It's obvious Real Madrid, big clubs like them and Barca, even with Barcelona's financial problems, they're always going to look at great players, especially players Liverpool are chasing. And if they're financially attractive, of course they're going to be interested. But at the present time, there has not been a credible report in Spain, in the Madrid media, or even the Barcelona media behind me, saying that there's any interest in Marc Guehi at the present time, right? If that changes, I will let you know. What you are seeing is the British tabloids making out that Real Madrid and Barcelona want Marc Guehi. And you've also got to remember that Crystal Palace will be doing a bit of shit stirring, won't they? Liverpool's saying we're not coming for him in January. All of a sudden, the Mirror running articles saying he wants to go to Real Madrid. The good thing is, from what I understand, or what I've been told, And from my own personal feelings, is that this player, Marc Guehi, is a good lad. And I don't think he'll dick us around. But as you know, money talks, and how many people will turn down Real Madrid, right? So, but I don't know. I'm not an ITK. I'm not a Twitter twat, right? There was someone on the Cop Talk VIP members website the other day in one of the executive lounges was talking about Marc Guehi. I can't remember word for word. I think I mentioned it in last night's video about him. I did read it out. But it was along the lines, I think they said that they were close to Guehi's family or knew the family or something, or just close. And that they were of the opinion that Marc Guehi wanted to come to us, was a man of his word, and wouldn't U-turn on us, right? But hey, football's football, guys, all right? I'll leave that with you. I hope you found this interesting. If you like the mail stand feature, please do let me know. Like I say, I'm not reading stuff to you going, oh, look what's happening. I'm just telling you what I receive, okay? That's it. If you found the video informative, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment if you're in a position to do so. I know some of you are busy on fire sticks and shit like that, or maybe listening if you're driving. But, interaction, thumbs up, on the vids, well, even thumbs down. It's one view, one engagement. Any kind, interaction on the channel is good for the channel, and it's good for me. YouTube like to see it. I like to see it. It motivates me. It shows me there's life out there, and I want to, be churning out as much content for you as possible. When there's little interaction, I get a bit like, what's the point, So, thumbs up, comment. There's a love out under the video if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee. That's called a super thanks. I always give a shout out to everyone that does that in my morning briefings on my other YouTube channel. The link to that is in the video description below, and it'll be on the screen as well. Or you can, of course, join the channel. That's the people with the football next to them in the comments. They're royalty around here. We wouldn't be able to survive without them. What else? Also, I've uploaded 3 videos to Galazo España today, if you'd like to watch that. And of course, the morning briefing is on my other channel. My YouTube channels, I've got other channels, they're all in the video description, guys. All right? So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I found it interesting, to be honest with you. Not my video, I found the email to be interesting. And I'll touch base with you when I get a reply. Oh shit, I've got to go. When I get a reply to that other thing. All right? That Konate one. I was just checking to see if I got it. I haven't. Right, I've got to go. I've got to be somewhere in 15 minutes. All right, guys, I'll speak to you in a bit.